guys, it's Eel of the World. Today I am going to be showing you how to cut the fringe or bangs of a cosplay wig. Don't fret, this sounds tricky but it's actually really simple and easy, and I will just be showing you how to do it. So let's start. So the first things you're going to be needing are a wide-toothed metal comb, and I specifically use metal because plastic makes your wig go static and it will just make it 10 times harder. Also, I would never really recommend to brush your wig because it can create frizz and that can be impossible to get out. You will also need a hairband, some scissors, a whole heap of these slidey clip things, and also thinning shears. These are optional but it just makes it a whole lot easier. Okay, so the first thing you're going to want to do is just tie up your wig with the hairband. Okay, so now that is out the way, it will be so much easier to cut the wig. The first thing you need to do is gather all the hair you're going to be cutting. The next thing you're going to do is taking the comb, just brush it through, and now I look really strange. So now I'm just going to split the fringe into two sections, and I'm just going to clip this side up for the time being. And we're left with this one. I'm just going to give it like a small comb through again, just to make sure that all the knots are out. And now for the fun part, the actual cutting of the wig. So what you're going to do is just get your fingers like this and just put them onto your hair. You need to slide them to where you definitely know that you won't need any of the hair. I know that I'm definitely not going to need this much because it covers my eye, and I'm just going to do the scary thing and just cut it off. Left with all this. As you can tell, this part of the fringe is super duper choppy because I literally just chopped it off. That's okay, we are going to be fixing that in a minute. All you need to do for now is just clip this part onto your head. Now you simply just repeat the same steps but with the other side. So now what I'm going to be doing is very similar to what we did before. So all you're going to do is take your fingers like this and just snip away until it's the level that you want. Don't worry about making this too neat because I'll show you how to neaten it in a second. It might help to keep it a little bit longer than how you'd want it, just so when we neaten it, it doesn't take too much off. So now the fringe is the level that I want it, I'm just going to show you how to neaten it up. This is where thinning shears would come in handy, but if you don't have any, don't worry, you can still do the same steps with normal scissors. Now the difference between normal scissors and thinning shears is that thinning shears have all these like little holes and they have these little prong things here. And now this means that when you cut the hair, it won't cut all of it, it will just cut some of it. All you have to do with these is just get a very small section of hair, hold it in between your fingers and just cut very slowly at the ends. And it won't take much off like I mentioned earlier, and it will just give it a kind of smoother look than a choppy look. So you want to continue cutting along the whole end of the fringe, and if you don't have thinning shears, I'll show you how to do it with normal scissors. So here is my normal pair of hairdressing scissors, and all you do with these is the same thing. So you get like a small section of hair, but instead of cutting across, you're going to be cutting up. So it kind of gives the same effect. So all you do is just up, up. And this is actually a lot easier than using the thinning shears, I think, just because it's more precise. But for the purpose of this video, I'm just going to be showing you how to use both. So now I'm going to be using a combination of both the thinning shears and the normal scissors along the whole end of the fringe. And once it's done, I'll show you how it looks. Helpful to comb it every now and again so the loose pieces of hair can just fall off. Okay, so now the normal part of the neatening is done, and as you can see it's all the same length and it's all very smooth, it's not choppy, and that's just how I like it. So I'm going to show you this next part, which is completely optional, but I just personally prefer to do it. I wouldn't actually attempt doing this without thinning shears, so if you want, you might want to stop the fringe cutting at the moment because it looks quite okay. I just do this because it just works better for me. All you're going to do is get the scissors, and you can even use like a rat-tailed comb to do this. Just take like a thin section from the top and don't get like all of the section, just take a thin part and then just snip the ends off. like so. And as you can see, again, it didn't cut off all of it, it just has cut off some. I'm going to be continuing doing that to the whole fringe, and then I'll show you what it's like once it's done. Okay, so now we're done. As you can see, it's all the same length and it's all a smooth line. It's not choppy streaks. You can, if you want to, take another piece and like cut it so it's got like a longer part at the side. I'm not going to do that though because I'm really pleased with how it is now. If you do want to do that, all you do is just take a thin section about this thick and then just cut it like a little bit lower and then try and make the end pointed. I'm not going to be doing that though because I'm just really pleased with how it is now. I really hope you enjoyed this video and found it helpful. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Thanks for watching, bye!